Diane Elliott. Well, right? This lady walked in. I got you pegged out of that.
Died that happened. Barbecue and that's, I don't really done, I went and got some there. And there was that alpha my design. It's retired.
Really?
I could not make her.
Happens to me all the time, Mike. Happens to me all the time.
Gone and I finished eating.
Yeah. I go to the Kellogg's store they have a store, and I see people all the time that I've worked with, and I can't think of their name at all. So.
Since I retired back at 18.
But a question on my mind, and to keep really quick, in case anyone wanted to know, the Tigers did win. But I think it was 9-3, so we're going back to the other part, the other side of the country. So it'll be a late game, but they did win today, so we're 2-2.
Yes.
With that, welcome everyone. My name is Dorothy Bossy, and we are glad that you are here. Cereal City Lions Club is a Battle Creek community service organization that supports and promotes community involvement and provides assistance to persons with sight, hearing, diabetes, and other impairments, as well as supporting zone, district, state, and international projects. Roger, you had attendance all set?
I think we have everybody. There, we have 18 lions. We're a little light tonight. So.
We have a lot of sick lions tonight, so I'll give everybody some updates a little bit later. I had a request from multiple people to remind each of you to take your phones and either silence them or turn your ringer way down if you don't have a silent mode, so that doesn't distract the meeting tonight. Otherwise, my lion tamer, Brian, will come over and collect some money.
There you go.
Oh, what time? Phone started ringing.
Lion Elizabeth played our opening music. Thank you very much. Since our other musician, Brian, was selling tickets. You want to start things off with anything, Mr.?
Sure. Again, I'd like to thank Elizabeth Bradley for providing our prelude music this evening. So that was very nice of her to do that. And reminding Bob that it's October, it's a new month. So this is Halloween month. So thought I'd tell you about a group of skeletons. They were getting together and they decided they were going to go bungee jumping. So the skeletons, they drove out to the bridge and then they walked over into the middle of the bridge and they looked down at the river. And then they just decided against it because they didn't have the guts to do it. Anyway, we got a couple of birthdays, but do we have anybody on Zoom?
We do. We have Karen Wallace, I think, and Hope Swank, and maybe Scott as well.
Okay, well, Karen Wallace and Ron Marlette, this is their birthday month. So since we have Karen Wallace on Zoom, let's all stand up and sing a happy birthday to Karen Wallace. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. All right, good job, everybody. And I think we'll just go to God Bless America. So, all right. So the flag's up there. Everybody, one with bigger. And you gotta sing this with bigger, like you really mean it. Yeah. All right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. And I think Brian Trainer has the pledge tonight.
Good evening, everybody. The flag's in front of the building. Please put your hand over your heart and repeat. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And God bless our troops. Thank you, Ronnie.
Oh, Karen Wallace says, thank you very much.
We'll now have the invocation from Muriel.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing the Cereal City Lions Club together this beautiful evening. We are so proud of our members and the leadership of this Lions Club. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for the success of our many achievements. Highway cleanup, participation in the city recycling program, volunteering at the county medical, attendance at the U.S.-Canada Forum, membership how-to meetings. Lavinia's celebration dinner. Wow. We look forward to our upcoming events. Hendrickson Center kickoff dinner, our stride walk at Riverside Park, fall conference, Rogers Clipping for the winter camp, Red Kettle sign up, and LCIF Gilmore fundraiser. We welcome tonight past District Governor Al Rosalier, Bill Feher from MRC Woodworking, a personal development program we will hear all about. Thank you for this lovely venue, the cooks, the awesome server, and the awesome server. We are delighted to have Cereal City musicians who joyfully are playing music for our pleasure. May we never forget our absent members. If they are sick, may our prayers be with them. As we leave, may our travels be safe. Keep us strong for our next events. We look forward to great success in the future. May we never forget our Lions motto, we serve, and our pillars of service. Now, may we pray our Lions prayer. When lions meet, be present, Lord, to weld our hearts of one accord. To do thy will, Lord, make us strong, to aid the weak and right the wrong. Amen.
Muriel, why don't you go ahead and start the introductions where you're at, and everyone else can have a seat.
Thank you. Muriel Walters, a member of Cereal City Zion, and also an associate member of Bedford Area Lions. Diane Elliott, Serial City Lions Club. Serial City Lion, Kate Smith.
Serial City Lion, Kathy Martin.
Serial City Associate, Linda Lewis Redmond, and member of the Battle Creek Coast Club.
Brian Trainer, Serial City Lions, with our guest speaker, Bill, and his lovely wife, Crystal.
Welcome. Serial City Lion, Bill Smith, Raleigh.
Serial City Lion, Lorraine Barton. Serial City Lion, Ronnie Kais.
All right.
You late. 2.5 years now, folks. 2.5 weeks.
It's a good sign.
Good start, huh?
Serial City Lion, sir.
Serial City Lion, Derek Dean.
Lion Ambrose, we're calling Lions Club.
Lionel Rosler, I guess Coleman Lions Club as well.
Soon, very soon.
To be Serial City.
Serial City Lion, Bob Harvey.
Serial City Lion, Jerry Mackey.
Serial City Lion, Brian Cook.
Serial City Lion D Davis.
Serial City Lion, Mike Guzak.
Serial City Lion, Roger Bossy. And we have Hope and Scott, I think, on Zoom, as well as Mary, or Karen.
Hello, guys.
Thank you. You can leave that at the table, Roger, for now. Just a couple of updates. Hope is out of commission with a back that was thrown out. She felt fine Saturday, but on Sunday she woke up and she has been in excruciating pain since then. For one who's had back problems, I know, it's not fun, and hopefully gonna get some answers and be on the mend soon. That this is 4 days now that she has not been able to do anything but lay on ice packs and heating pads, so it's been a long 4 days. The next person is Scott, who's not feeling well either. I'm not sure if it is a combination of his thumb and from his surgery or other ailments, but we want to keep both the swings in our hearts. Our good friend Terry Huffman is not doing well. Her pancreatic cancer is really kicking her butt as far as causing pain. She cannot get pain relief. Our friend Kay Smith has made some beautiful pancreatic cancer ribbons that she gave one to me. She has a few left. You wanted to take one in honor of pancreatic cancer survivors and thinking of Terry. Please see Kay. She's very kind to have done that. Thank you, Kay. And the last, which is the good news, I'm going to read something to you. I received it this morning from Roger Spritz. Today is the end of the 3rd week Harold has been at Cleveland Clinic. We arrived here with a total of 7 appointments with specialties over a 1-week period. These appointments had been arranged by his doctors in Idaho following 8 major surgeries since January this year, and the determination that they could do nothing more for him there. While at our home before the trip, Harold fell, and we called an ambulance that took him to Bronson. The next day, we drove to Cleveland for his appointments. Bronson called on Wednesday morning to inform us that his blood cultures were positive and to go to the ER at Cleveland, and he was admitted with suspected infection of his PICC line. They removed that and the infection was confirmed. On Thursday, September 25th, Roger had stayed over at the hospital overnight and was awakened to a room full of dozens of people running around with machines and talking excitedly to one another. The nurse had called the crash team and Harold's stomach was extended and they were worried about a bowel perforation. The next day he was in surgery for emergency surgery where they discovered a restriction of the bowel. They fixed it and installed a stoma to ensure drainage. A 7-hour surgery. All seemed to be progressing well. A new Hickman catheter or PICC line had been installed to replace the old one, and antibiotics were doing their job, but fate wasn't done yet. They had accidentally removed his Foley catheter and then reinstalled it. And in the meantime, he had developed a urinary tract infection. And so they had to have more targeted antibiotics. Then he was diagnosed with COVID. This boy could not catch a break. Now all is cleared in and he hopes to be discharged today. Then we have to stay here for a week for follow-up appointments and finalize supply arrangements for when he gets back to Michigan. The nightmare seems to be coming to an end, and they want to thank everyone for their support and prayers that have been a guiding light for them, for themselves, for Harold, and for Penny. Signed, Roger Spriggs. So I've been sending out messages that Harriet has sent, and I just want all of you to know how much it meant to all of them to be hearing from us. Mary?
5:30 tonight. Harold thought he was good to go home today, but the doctor hasn't signed off the TPN formula, so it looks like it will be Thursday because they didn't have the formula made. He's off all IV meds. The TPN was reduced from 12 on and 12 off. All looks good. He's back as his grumpy old self. You can have a follow-up appointment next Tuesday to get the staples out and home next Wednesday.
Good deal.
So if you think about what 3 weeks in one person's life, how many ups and downs there can be, that is definitely where the Spriggs have been for the month of September and October. So keep those prayers, those thoughts, all those positive notes and messages to them coming. I think they mean a lot to them. So thank you everyone for everything you've done. The food hasn't come yet, so I will go to the next thing. Maureen, are you ready to be Santa Claus? Sure. I'm hoping that people can take some cards tonight and either write a quick note to a generic person, or if you want to write it specifically to Roger and Harriet, if you want to write one to Terry, if you know her, or if you want to uplift her. Any of our friends that are in the nursing home or the assisted living, John Smith, Carlisle Sims, Bob Ward, Judy Butler in Pennsylvania. They are very much appreciated, and that's just a really good way to stay connected to our members who aren't here. My goal is to try to do this at least on one of our meetings a month. Since we only have one in November and December, it probably won't happen then, but if you want to drop a Christmas card or a holiday card to our friends, that would be a great thing to do. Thank you. And since there's still no food, Mary, do you want, let me grab the microphone. Do you want to talk a little bit either about the Gilmore or the fall conference, since that was the next thing on the list? Or I just coming this way?
Close. Gotta hold it close like that.
Good one. Okay, November conference. The November conference is also parade of checks. It's also the responsibility of the first vice district governor. Anybody know who that is? Yeah. She would like very much to have all of your support. Help from us. She's asking for door prizes, regardless of how small. We can bring them the day of November 1st. Also, she would like you, if you are able, to help serve people that cannot go through a buffet line. So those are the two things she would like. Parade of Text, scheduled November 1st, Bedford Lions Den, 8:30 is social, coffee and donut holes. At 9 o'clock will be the presentation of the colors by the youth corps. Lunch at 12 o'clock. If you haven't had soup and salad at the Lions Den in Bedford, you're in for a treat. And after that, having it on the 1st, they'll be back every month if they do it. Reservations, as the committee requests, are to be sent to Anita Hoyt by October 20. payment October 27th. You'll get more on that exact next week. Roberta Saxton also would like donations for yarn because this, Children's Services Blanket Project is running out of yarn, so they're ready to have more. I think that's it. Except make sure you get your reservation into Anita by the 20th. And it should be fun. She's got some good programs coming up. And the food really will be very good. They're going to be able to carve not only kids, they're gonna have, handicap parking in Bedford. And then at the school, and they're gonna have like a shuttle so that they are.
So if you didn't hear what Muriel said, the handicap parking will be at Bedford, for people who have a hard time getting around. The Bedford Elementary School is closed now, but it's like one block up. They have a giant parking lot, you can park there, and they will have a shuttle bus or a golf cart that will take people back and forth that way. So that'll take care of that.
You want me to talk? I can talk.
Can you talk about?
I can talk loud. So the other event happening at the fall conference is I'm gonna have my beard shaved for a fundraiser for winter camp. And so I've raised about $1,500 so far through Facebook and just sending out. And I really appreciate everybody that's donated from this group. And if you feel like doing it, I've got a QR code up there, and I can also give you a link as to how to donate to the Lions of Michigan Foundation. And one thing about the donation is that it counts towards fellowships for our club. So, and it's a tax deductible donation. So if you're interested to help winter camp and see my beard come off, we're also going to be live casting on Facebook. So, people from away that might not be able to attend can see what's happening. So it could be interesting. I'll probably do something, I have to get some calipers or something like that to figure out how big it is. Okay, you probably got some calipers or something.
I may have a couple of somewhere just.
Roger,
Yes.
are you gonna, shave off your mustache too?
No. I didn't want you to keep the mustache in.
But I probably will not have much hair.
I just wanted.
Well, maybe I'll do a fake beard because my grandkids won't recognize me, so.
Very well.
All right, thank you very much, everybody.
Roger is very beloved at church, and they're even starting to say, you need a haircut, young man. So I hope everyone enjoys their dinner. We'll come back in about 10 minutes and proceed with the meeting.
So you're gonna do it in steps? Is that what you said? Make some chops, mutton chops?
Well, no, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think I'll have time to do all
Oh,
that. but-
okay.
Shaving off.
It's just coming off. Alright.
I don't. If a church falls, I mean, where's the money go?
Yeah.
Where's $1 million? Or whatever it is, I asked my sister was a Lutheran. But everybody, she said, well, the road was a Lutheran, said. Be like,
Right.
you're building, you.
It is my, there was a microphone, Brian Trainer, to introduce our guest speaker tonight. You go, Brian.
So I was curious about the congregation.
Good evening, everybody.
So,
So we all have our challenges in life, and some of us can cope with them, and some of us can't. So Bill has been a very interesting character in my life because he's been a friend since he's come to town, and I'm happy for it. He and his wife are just fantastic people, but Bill's art is working with his hands with all sorts of mediums, but it's not just working with his hands, it's why he's working with his hands. So Bill, if you'd like to speak up here, we'd appreciate you telling us about your powerful work and the story behind the story. Thank you so much, Brad. All right, this is a little unusual. I usually don't have a microphone. I can yell at them about this large to a bunch of people who can't hear. I work for MRC Industries, out in Kalamazoo. And what we like to do is, or at least what we like to say we do, is we teach job skills to those in the DD or MI population. For those of you who aren't familiar with healthcare terms, DD is developmentally disabled and MI is mentally ill. Naturally, I give sharp metal objects and say, hey, let's have some fun. What's the worst thing that could happen? And thankfully, in the last 3 years that I've been doing this, I've only actually had one injury that wasn't me. I get plenty of my own, I just don't tell you about. But we've only had one injury in the last few years, which is really kind of nice. And that guy actually kind of had it coming anyway. It's really a lot of fun what we get to do because for me, woodworking is medium. It's been in my family for many, many years. My grandfather, who was a lion out in Bethany, Connecticut, was an industrial arts teacher. My father grew up with it, and so I grew up with it as well. And as I was sitting right beside my dad when he finally decided he didn't want to make too many woodworking things anymore, like shelves or bunk beds, he decided, I want to finally make beautiful things. Well, I was 12 years old and I was right beside him learning. So now it comes out when he starts to make something, he calls me up and says, okay, I want to make this, how do I do it? Dad, it's the same when you taught me how to play chess. Won't think anymore. So we sit there and we have a lot of fun with it. And I'm able to bring that kind of passion and joy to a lot of people who otherwise would never get to experience something like that. I don't know if any of you remember a high school shop class or anything like that. Did you have anybody of that population in that class with you? Well, a lot of times they're fast tracked into certain curriculum. A lot of times they've been told, you'll only amount to this. You'll never get this far in life. I've got 65-year-old people in my class. I've got 25-year-old in my class. They're all in the same boat and all doing the same kinds of things. And when I can look at a kid, all of my kids, they could be older than me. I don't care. They're still my kids. I was trained to be a teacher. Doesn't matter. They're all going to be my kids. When I look at them, the light goes on. They say, wait a minute. Is this how I do that? Absolutely. That's how you do it. Now, do it 12 more times. They tend to not want to be back. I don't learn one. I wouldn't like me either. I've got a gentleman right now who is in the early stages of dementia and can't do very much. Doesn't have a lot of motor control on his hands. But boy, can that guy stand like crazy. And so I've got up a bunch of blocks. I said, okay, we're going to make a child's toy set of blocks. Every day he comes in, he stands those blocks. Something he'd never been able to do before. He recently actually even completed a birdhouse for bird feeders. And this part's fun. We're going to pass a hat of wood. We're going to buy the darn thing for him and give it to his brother. His brother's his character. So we're going to give it to his brother so that he's always going to have it there for him. And he's on the verge of retirement from our program. He doesn't yet know it. So he's going to be able to have that. And it's kind of cool to see all the work on this gosh darn thing. And it's really a lot of fun to be able to say that. I could vamp for about the next 3 hours on what I'm going to do and the kinds of things that I do every day. But that's going to be really boring really fast. Even my students wouldn't pay attention to me after that. So I want to open up to a couple of questions. What do you guys want to know? And how is that going to help you guys to fulfill your mission of helping those who live in the marshes?
How do you get your clients? How do you get your students?
Excellent question.
They're usually referred to us from ISK. I think that's Integrated Services of Kalamazoo. There's other programs in the area, other counties that we also deal with. Don't have many here in Calhoun County, but we do have some up in Allegan and a few other places. Well, so social services, a lot of their care is taken care of with Medicaid, Medicare, things like that. Yes.
Where are you located? For people who have Medicaid, what can they have another?
No, we have a few individuals who are privately funded, they're paying for their care themselves. And other sources, we are specifically right on 26th Street in Kalamazoo. If you take the very first exit for Kalamazoo, was it 80 or 81, something like that. And then you take that first light, take a left, take another immediate left, and then 26th Street will be your very first right off. It's actually very easy to get to. Yes.
Are there other locations here, like here in Battle Creek or Calhoun County locations that are doing the same kind of thing for?
There are a few locations like that are doing the work. I couldn't name them offhand because I don't normally look to deal with some nitty-gritty paperwork like that. I know they exist, and I know there's a few organizations that are trying to get together in Calhoun County. I don't know if there's any in Battle Creek specifically.
Yes.
But I know they do exist.
I haven't followed it.
Oh, hey, follow it. I don't get these. I understand. This is a new thing for me.
So are you alone in a classroom situation with these folks, or do you have volunteer people that help you? Because I have a granddaughter who's developmentally disabled, and I know how distracted she is and how hard it is to keep her attention. I can't imagine you having several things going on at once, just you trying to keep track of that.
My wife will tell you that, don't talk to me on a Tuesday. Yesterday in my class, I had 10 different people, 10 different problems and difficulties to get over, 10 different things to deal with, and 10 different projects all in one workshop that we're all trying to manage all at once, and there's only one of me. So yeah, and let me tell you, Tuesday is a really rough day right now. Luckily, we run our schedule on 12-week terms. And thankfully, this is actually the last week of term for us. So next week, I'll get a whole new batch of students and we'll start all over again. And that's when it gets kind of really fun because we can start off with some basic projects, things that are useful, and we can then sell them in our marketplace. We do have a marketplace down in the mall in Kalamazoo. It's called Artworks.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've seen any picture frames or anything like that in there, that's us. We run the Artworks program there too. And that's very similar to what I do in that it's more of the visual arts or fabric arts or things of that nature. And it's more of an art therapy kind of thing. We also run other tracks that are interested in getting our clientele some other job transferable skills. For me, it's taking instruction, learning how to do things learning how to do things over and over and over and over. Skills that a lot of our folks don't come with. I had a gentleman who was in yesterday. I'm lucky if he can pay attention for 3 minutes. If I can get him to do something for 10 minutes, it's been a great day. 10 minutes out of a 5-hour day isn't a long period of time. And if I can get him focused for 10 minutes, he's had a good day. These folks they're living in the margins, they're forgotten. I actually talked to my kids this morning. I told them I was coming out here. I said, what do you want to say? What do you want to hear said about you guys? What do you like about us? And one of them said, Bill's character beef. And I looked right at him and I said, I would definitely attest that you are a character. They actually liked that and they got that pretty fast. I figured after we had skeleton dad jokes, that's going to fly. Thank you. Help me out a lot. Yes.
So I work with a lot of people who identify as being a woodworker their whole life. And then they're mourning that their loss of their identity as a woodworker. Do you have suggestions or maybe a book resource for projects to get started in that direction? We suggest projects, but I'm not a woodworker, so I don't view it from that perspective.
As far as getting them back into woodworking, that kind of thing.
Yes, or just something simple that is that offers an experience against hobbies. Some, it's a variety of people, but
Anything tactile is gonna help. Anything tactile that you can use to get the feeling back in, get that emotion back in, reteach that basic motor skill is going to help. Anything of that nature. It really, it kind of depends on what equipment you've got available. Even just using a regular hand saw, learning how to keep your hand nice and straight, just to make that cut. I have a student, actually, he's a Down syndrome fella, and he's been for the last 3 weeks trying to figure out how to master just cutting straight line by hand. And 2 days ago, he actually did it. And it took him a month. But he did. And I'm gonna look at him and say, dude, you rocked it. You did that. And it took you for forever. Now there's a million little chunks of wood all over the wood shop, but you did it. And he said, he looks back and he said, never done anything like that. Oh, now you have. What's the next step? I keep pushing them. What's the next step? What's next? What's next? Don't let up. Just keep pushing. They'll hate you for it for a little while. For a little while. And then they'll be like, you never let me stop. Yep, that's exactly right. Yes.
So, do they come every day and for how long, or do they come like once a week, or how do the classes kind of schedule that?
Excellent. Some of them are there every day. Some are there once a week, some are there twice a week. It depends on what they're cleared for through their funding. But sometimes Medicaid or Medicare will only pay for so much. So, you know, you've got 1 or 2 days only a week. Sometimes we'll have them for 4 days a week. God love them. There's a few who are very, very challenging for us, and there's one gentleman in particular who's extremely rude. His case is a little bit difficult. His dad was working on a Model A Ford restoring. This was, let's see, he's 63 years old now. He was 5, and it fell on him. And for the last 50 some odd years, he's known he's not quite functioning correctly. And he knows it. And he can't fix it. And it bothers the heck out of him. And he's dealt with it for so long that he's kind of turned a little cantankerous. And it's a hard one. But my God, he shows up 4 days a week. He's still fighting, still trying. Some days he tries better than others. And some days we have to just look at him and say, you know, you need to go stand in a corner for a couple. I need you to go stand in the corner for a couple. And it happens. And we get frustrated with it. But keep showing up, and next week we'll be there just the same time.
But maybe not nearly as the frustration he deals with every day on.
And that's exactly it. That's exactly it. When you
I
realize that.
get that with my granddaughter now, and
Absolutely.
I get very frustrated, but then I think she lives with it every day, that frustration, that same thing I feel.
Yes.
And it changes my perspective.
It definitely gives you some perspective,
Yeah.
that's for sure. That's for sure.
Do you have girls in your class?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Ladies, gents, we take them all. I have, there's one lady, she's fantastic. I absolutely love you. 3 years ago when I met her, she wouldn't talk. Couldn't get a word out. Maybe you'd get a nod. Maybe. Maybe you'd get just a blank stare. Never knew. Now she won't shut up. And everywhere she goes, you know where she is. She's been called the girl who laughs in slow motion. Because she'll sit there and laugh at whatever he finds humorous. And it's just, and everybody knows exactly where she is. Building her. It's really, really funny. But she laughs in slow motion, but she's there. She's trying to utter huge words now. And I can't understand half of them, but she's trying. 3 years ago, she wasn't even trying.
Yeah.
So what's happened? I don't know. She's made the decision that it's worth trying. Worth. If I had some small part to do that, I win. I'm happy. No, but it's a testament to the environment that we create there for everybody. Safe, welcoming, all that stuff. You sir have questions?
Yeah, a couple of questions, some of it kind of answered. But I was wondering, the students get to pick what project they want to make, or does everybody build a bookshelf that, this term, or do you have one major project, or is everybody?
Sometimes it's a major project, sometimes it's a lot of different little projects, things of that nature. I had a gentleman who came to us not very long ago, who decided he wanted to build a birdhouse. And after 2.5 weeks, this is what he made. He did all the painting and everything else on it. Perfectly suitable. You can unscrew the bottom and be able to clean it out that way. It's a cute little project. It's a lot of fun. Just gonna set it right over here. And everyone wants to take a look at it. We've got a few other things here as well.
That kind of, my next question was, well, if we're building birdhouses, let's say everybody's building birdhouses, right? I'm the sander, Bob's the nailer, or do I? Each person do everything.
And yours might look different. And yours, it might look different than anybody else's. That's fine. I don't care. I want to see that design. They get everything from me. They get design, they get rudimentary, how to use drafting tools. They'll get the science, the math, everything else behind it. And some of them can't do the math. That's okay. I'll help you through the math. That's what we do, but they get everything. Every morning they come in, I give them a word of the day, because a lot of them don't have vocabulary. Some simple words only. Okay, well, if you're hearing it and you're exposed to it, eventually you'll figure it out. That's how we all learn. They're gonna learn the exact same way. And so that's what we do. I give them a word of the day, related back to woodworking somehow or other. And we move forward from there throughout the day. Most of it's working on projects after. Cool. You guys are fun. Questions? Yes, sir.
What type of home situations are these students done?
Some of them live at home with mom and dad. Some of them live in a group home. Some of them are their own guardian and can live independently. It really depends. We kind of run the gamut. Some folks have very, very, very severe problems, some mobility. For example, one of the students I'm starting to get next Monday can't talk. It's gonna be really hard to get feedback on that guy, I can tell you. I have no idea how the heck I'm gonna do it. We'll get it somehow. But they come from various walks of life and various living systems. Yes.
Is there an age limit? Would you have to be a certain age to take your class?
Yeah. Usually we don't have anybody younger than 25.
Okay.
At that point in time, at least in Kalamazoo, that's when you graduate out of the young adult program that they have there. And you're kicked out of high school at that point too, because that's just not okay. And you're still a 25-year-old hanging out with a bunch of 13, 14 year olds. Yeah, that's gonna be frowned upon. So at about 25, they can start coming to us. Occasionally we'll have one that's a little bit younger. Not really.
Your oldest person.
Oldest person I think right now is actually the guy who's sanding the blocks. He's 65 years old. And we're working on trying to get him into retirement, because the unfortunate end for him is that he's not going to be able to be with us that much longer. It's going to be too hard for him eventually. He's already starting to show some signs. Yes.
Question. If I was to approach CISD about your program, is it called Artworks, or what is the name of your program?
We are MRC Industries.
I'm sorry.
We are MRC Industries. You have a bunch of cards here. I'll leave you right up here for everybody. And we have different programs under us. But if you get the MRC Industries, you'll find us no problem, and they'll be more than happy to talk to you about just about everything.
I have a son that's developmentally disabled, he's 46 right now. And when he was taking woodworking in school, they would want responsibility for converting us. So I had to have my wonderful neighbors who went in and would be there with him for the time of his week. You know,
Wow,
I
that is
helped them with
extremely kind.
and I just, felt very privileged that they wanted to go work with my son, so we could make a candle, strips and other kinds of products and stuff they did, but I was curious because, like I said, my son is 46 now, and I think he really liked this, and then he tries to put into some doors by looking at YouTube or something. Or I can fix that, Mom. I did this. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, but I would like to see him involved, more involved.
By all means, I'm sure he has a caseworker. Get him an appointment with us, through your caseworker, and it'll be absolutely perfect. Bring him by, come out for a tour. And we'll happily show you all over the place. More than happy to do that. More students is always better for us. And, hey, the more people we can help, the better for the community. And that's really the goal, is to teach employable skills so that our folks can come out of our program and be confident enough to go out and get a job. And if they can do that, they can do anything. It's more toward independence for them, and hopefully a lot of fun. I do have a few other products here that we can that I'll gladly leave out for a little while. If you guys want to come and take a look at it. Very simple ones here. A couple of just a simple picture frame. Couldn't even tell you which student did this one at the moment. Little router, some miters, but this was done by a student. This was done by somebody with mental difficulties.
That's awesome. I don't think I could make
I
There's no blue showing, I was gonna say that's my tail.
Yeah, this is what they're capable of if we give it a shot, give it a chance. And that's what we do, we give them a chance.
But it's the inner feeling inside of their accomplishment that really makes that very special.
Absolutely, absolutely. Wow, to take that home and say, wow, Mom and Dad, look what I did. Look what I can do. It's amazing. And if we can sell it at Artworks and they can make 10, 15 bucks off of it. Wait a minute, I can earn a living. I can earn a living. Most of them never had that thought in their life. Most of them have been told, you have to do it.
So
We
they
do.
know about it when something that they've made sells at the
Absolutely.
marketplace.
It sells to the marketplace, they get 60% of the cost that it sells for. Straight up, and it goes through a paycheck for them, they get a pay stub delivered to them. Whole 9 yards, if it's into a bank account that they have access to, or that some of them don't have access to, and that's also a good thing. Yeah. But it goes right into them, some of them have a payee that helps them out with that. But they get that money straight up, it's all theirs. They did the work, they earn it. In my class, they really.
So the last couple of things,
Yeah,
hopefully, Chef.
Again, some very simple, a little bit of cedar closet lining that we happened across. Nothing very difficult about it. But for a kid who's never learned how to use a tape measure, this is a lot of skill right there. To try and get something that's measured out, that's square, that looks good, it's nice. You can use it as a trivet on your table if you like. You can paint "Welcome to the Cabin" on it and put it up on the wall. It can be anything you need it to be. We sell them for about 10 bucks. But that's $6 that wouldn't have made otherwise. There you go, really easy. And that goes together in an afternoon for most of my books. Recently, we've actually taken that same philosophy, we've upgraded a little bit. Make a little luminary. All done by one of my students. See, I think this guy, he's about 60 years old. He had an accident a couple of years ago that's landed him in an unfortunate situation. And he says, yeah, I remember taking shop class 40 years ago. I'm like, wow. So we haven't practiced those skills in 40 years now. We said, oh, I don't know anything. for not knowing anything after a couple of days. And this is literally 2 or 3 days. I'd say he's doing pretty good. So we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. I have one more here for show and tell, because show and tell is always fun. Simple little picture from. Not much, little piece of cherry. Stick a little dowel in the back and it will stand up right on the table. But the guy's learned how to use the router. He's seen how to use the table saw. He's a little afraid of that. I don't blame him. He's learned how to cut plastic and cut the back for it. He's done all the sanding and did all the finishing on it all himself. He's 46 years old. And he's having a good time. The back doesn't stay in yet, but it's not quite much. That's a little bit about what we do, who we are. Thanks so much for having me here tonight. I really appreciate it. It's always nice to do a little bit of PR for the company and at the same time, really get to share some really fun stories. Thank you so much for having me.
Bill, we have a little thank you from the club. We appreciate you coming out, and it's always good to show off your work. Like you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. Everything you are. You should see my work.
You know, we're not just that work because you haven't seen my back.
Oh,
All okay.
all right.
I wanna, Bill, you really put a good focus on what our international director has really had us looking at this month, which is mental health issues. And it's not always people that, are schizophrenic and things. Mental health comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes and a lot of different ages and different colors. And you showed what people have the capacity to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Brian, thank you so much for bringing in an excellent speaker tonight. I'm gonna just move right along, with service opportunity, and I guess I'm the next one on the list. For those of you who have not signed up or who are interested, on October 18th at Riverside Elementary School, we're gonna be doing a stride walk for diabetes awareness. It's a 1.6 mile trek around the paved walkway. It is accessible for people that use walkers or canes, whatever, and there will be places that can stop and rest along the way. We've been very lucky with having really good participation within our community of people helping out with this. So you may think you know everything you need to know about diabetes. We're not talking about checking your blood sugar. There's a lot more to diabetes than that. And so hopefully you can come out, you can volunteer, you can do the walk. You can, if you register that day, it's $25. You register earlier, it's a little bit less. But we'd love to have you come out. All this money is going towards diabetes. Half is going to go to LCIF for diabetes research. The other half, I would like it to, we are setting aside money to go for Camp Medici for kids to go to diabetic camp. So it's going to be a win-win situation for everyone who has diabetes. So hopefully we'll keep for a cure and giving you skills to get by with here today. Oh, and I guess on the next one, charitable union. I know Halloween is coming on October 31st, but that's also the week that charitable union does their annual coat giveaway. And what they do is on Monday, if you go to charitable union, you can help load up a truck and then we'll bring all their stuff over to First Congregational Church, where over the next 24 hours, they will set everything up in sizes and boys and girls. And people will have appointments and they will come in, they can get a coat, gloves, hats, snow pants, and boots if they have them in their size for each child that comes. This is a real big event for the community. There are kids who know they're gonna have a winter coat because of this. So the sign up sheet is over there and it is all orchestrated through the charitable union. Nicole Froelich as the lady's name, and her email address and her phone number are over there for you to sign up. On Friday, we take the stuff back to Charitable Union. It takes a whole lot less because there's about a third of what we take back. Yes, Ron?
Do you need people to help with helping people pick out things and work at the church, or is?
That's what you do. Since you sign up during that time, when the people come in, they will give them a list of, this is what you want, and they'll direct you to those areas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do we have the donations that we bring at that time? Like we had extra scarves and stuff like that, or we have to go to charitable union?
they like you to drop it off there so that they can keep track of it. If they've got a ton of scarves, they may set it aside for later. And so that they can keep track of how much they've got coming and going. I was told that they're actually low this year, so if people have money they want to donate, they may have to actually buy some coats because they don't have as much as they've had in the past. There is a big need for kids to have warm things.
Is it just the kids or adult sizes?
Well, I don't know if you've seen some of the 14-year-old boys, they're bigger than my husband. So, the sizes go to 3X's, it runs the gamut. And there's really cute little prams for 3 and 4 months old, they will do it for everyone. Now I gotta give it to someone else. You, Mary.
Hey Dorothy, just one. So there's a sheet over there that has the schedule for the charitable union starting at Monday through Friday. And so you can sign up to work in their free store as well, if you can't work through the week. So there's lots of opportunities. And the sheets basically have all the contact information. And so that's how you would sign up, is to call them. If anybody needs this, we have like 5 sheets. So take a picture of it or something. I did send this out in the newsletter. This particular sheet was in the newsletter that came out. So if you're interested in doing that, that information is in there.
Back to me.
On the table, there is a sheet that shows Teresa and I and a man we see once a year. This man has been the Santa Claus at Gilmore's for I don't know how many years. Teresa and I have both seen him for the last 2 or 3 years. He's always there. This year, the board gave me approval to send a check to Gilmore's for a Christmas tree. Inside the main part of the museum, they sell Christmas trees to be on display for about 6 weeks. You decorate it with your agency, what the purpose of your agency is, and that's up for everybody that tours Gilmore's to see. So this year, Cereal City has a Christmas tree. Because of that, in return, we were given 2 tickets to tour the museum. And in addition to touring the museum, and that's all of the buildings, which will take you probably around 15 hours to go through. It also gives you the privilege of driving there outside Christmas, which is about a mile away. And if you really lucky, you get to get in an old car and they will drive you around for that time. So what we have done, because every year LCIF is out a great deal grants, one of which are very large grant that we have received in the last year. So to keep those grants going, they would like every club to support them. So I have those 2 tickets. For $5, I will give you an elegant sheet to fill out with your name. And we'll put it in a pot, and the meeting in November, we will draw for who gets those 2 tickets
And the two tickets are worth about $44. And it's worth hours of entertainment to go out and see the cars, but also see the Christmas trees and have your picture taken with Santa Claus. I have those elegant pieces of paper where you put your name on it. And if you'll give me a $5 bill, I'll give you a piece of paper. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary. So we have lots and lots of fun things to do. People talk about being busy at Christmas time. I don't think we ever slow down the club. We're a very, very active club. I did want to add one more thing, Mr. Mackey. You want to talk a little bit? But one more thing for Christmas.
Well, pitching Christmas spirit, we're again going to be ringing bells for the Red Kettle Salvation Army. And I have a sign-up sheet. The date will be December 5th, which is Friday, and Saturday, December 6th. And we are giving the full day, so it's from 10 to 8, 10 to 6. And I'm hoping that maybe you can find a partner and sign up. We have 2 days. And it's a lot of fun. We're going to be located at Sam's Club and we'll be at the exit area there. So you have a good way to trap people as they come up. Anyways, I think it's a great cause and a great service group that we're helping. The sign-up sheets are over there. We've got a few meetings yet to get it filled out, but I want you to get started thinking about it. And if you can do it, put your name on it today.
If you want to choose your own partner, you can do that, or you put your name down and someone may just say, I don't know Elizabeth very well and sign up to be your partner. The beauty of it is that's a great way to get to know other people. That's how Lori Bach and I became good friends. We worked for about 2 hours doing that. It was a lot of fun.
Right now, we only have 1 hour shifts. So if you want to do it for 2 hours, or if you want it for 2 days, that would be great.
I have one last little thing. If any of you have been working on writing your notes to our friends that are not feeling well, on the back table over there, there's a black and white bag. You can just put it in there as you go. We'll take care of getting them stamped and addressed and whatever. If you want to do it yourself, you're welcome to do it. We have addresses in your roster, so you know how to do that. But we will do the mailing for you if you have them written. Just put them in the bag. And with that, Mr. Cook, would you like, and Mr. Trainer, would you like to take it away?
Sure. Alright, we got 50/50, we got 3 drawings tonight. $5, $5, and $6.
Bill, would you do the honors, please?
Oh, these are your blue tickets. Blue ticket. Oh, first one, you're $5.
Last 4, 2950. I'm gonna check my bingo. Good.
Very good. You know, Gary.
No, sure.
And if you pick our next winner, please. Last 4, 2906.
All right.
Harvey.
Mr. Harvey.
Yeah.
What's your money back?
Would you be so kind and pick our next winner, please?
This is the big one. This is for $6.
Thanks, guys.
2952.
Five. Oh, there.
That says nothing to be for.
To $6.50 for the
So,
membership draw. Remember, you had to be here last meeting. And
would you be so kind and pick it? Scott Swank.
Sorry, Scott.
Here.
The Zoom count, I guess.
Yeah, he's present.
Is he still on Zoom?
If he's on there.
Are you on there, Scott?
I don't know.
That's right.
He's present.
Yeah.
Is he waving?
Well, there's nobody with their cameras on. Oh, he's here. Hope says he's there. Yep.
He's there.
He's on Zoom. So, all right.
Okay.
And he was there last week.
Absolutely.
So, all
Absolutely.
right.
Scott Swank.
All right, yeah. That's all right. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. This is the big one. Alright.
Maybe.
This is the white ticket on the card game. And that is up to $276 now for the ace of spades.
Can I pick it up? Can I pick it?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna pick it. Let's see who we have. Last four. 8, V6.
If it was Derek, I was gonna dress him up.
8833.
That
Oh.
would be me. Got another one.
That's another one?
Got another one.
All right.
I think I learned that second.
8825.
Oh, wait a minute.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow.
All right, D.
I had 2, 6, and 7.
I had 2-9.
Alright.
We're wrong.
$276 for the ace of spades.
I'll take it.
It's getting into some big money now.
Derek needs a new pair of shoes.
And.
Oh.
7 of diamonds. Oh, it rolled over again.
That's called not close.
Thanks for playing, everybody.
Baby.
Well, Mr. Trainer.
So it's happy buck time. I don't want to milk your attention with cow jokes, so we'll just move along. I would like to offer the first happy buck for myself and Bill. I appreciate him coming out as a speaker. And we have a microphone to see who else might have.
76.
There it is.
I got $1 plus 2.
There we go.
650. 650.
Want to thank the club for making it, and I feel very welcome here, and we will be transferring membership as of November 1st.
I have two happy bucks. The first one, our former exchange student who lives in Finland just became a grandma. And she always calls us mom and dad, so I consider myself now a great grandma. Yay! And the second one is for the program that I learned so much. That was fabulous. So thank you. I have two. The first one is for the program. It was wonderful. The second one is Karen, well, let's have a happy birthday tomorrow.
Oh, you get. I just want
I want to hear the stories.
I don't know stories. Just one for the program, please.
Very good. Moving right along. Anyone else over here? Here we go. You have yours.
And one for the program, thank you very much. And I have one for the Lions that came to Calhoun County Medical Care Facility yesterday. And had some good laughs with our residents. That's a lot of fun. And the residents invited them back in, so it was a success.
Thank you.
Well, one for our wonderful speaker and you folks being with us. And for me, it's just news I've been waiting to hear about for a long time. And I'm hoping that I'll be having somebody who can join you in your program in the near future. And I can't wait to tell her about the opportunities that may be existing for her in something like this. It's gonna make a big difference in her life. Thank you very much. And the other one is for everybody who's here and our amazing programs that we have every month, every meeting, one after the another. I'm just blown away with the wonderful chances we get to learn about new things when we come to our Lions Club meetings. It's wonderful.
Yes, ma'am.
For speaker, that was wonderful. The good news about Daryl. Our two new elected members. Are being a lion and the fact that, Fred Bishop is doing much better.
One for our guest speaker, changing and improving lives, this is amazing here. And also one for my daughter who had a double bypass surgery on Monday, she's doing quite well.
Wow, perfect.
I just want to thank you for bringing this steps, because I wasn't aware of any of these programs, and the hardest thing to do is when they graduate from high school, where do we go now? Or there's not a lot of programs, so I'm really glad to hear about your program, and because, you know, they have their hard time filling their day, and it's kind of lonely, sometimes depressing, but my son does have a job at the Federal Center for 4 hours a day, so, you know, 4 times a week, but, you know, we look forward to that in his coworkers, and like I said, a program like yours always in his job, so I really love hearing about it.
Happy bucks, more happy bucks.
Got a happy buck for Elizabeth Riley over there, who, thank you for bringing your keyboard tonight and giving us some music. But more important to, we need, it came down that we needed a mental health project and, this week and, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And Elizabeth stepped up, out of the box and said, well, I've got lots of residents over there that you guys can come over and play games with in the afternoon. And that's was so good on a lot of fronts. You have a newer member who had an idea and we went with it and it turned out to be an excellent thing to do. And not only did the residents like us, but I think those of us that went, it was nice to have an afternoon of just relaxing and playing games and having some fun. So thank you for setting that up.
And Roger got a kiss on the top of the head. One of the ladies really liked him a lot.
Lola Dean, that Lola Dean.
Yep, another one for the program, really appreciate it, there's nothing like hands-on, absolutely. Yeah, I love it. The other one again is for Harold, glad to hear that guy's making it through all that.
I got a few bucks here because I've been a little light the last couple of weeks. I never had any money on me, but thank you, Bill and Crystal, for coming tonight. Really great to hear about your program. I work with a lot of folks that are blind, and they work with the Bureau of Services for Blind Persons. And I know a fellow that's completely blind, but he's a woodworker. He makes clocks and plaques and all sorts of stuff. Bill Chapman. I don't know if you know him or not, but anyway. Let's see. Elizabeth, thank you for setting up that program this week. I had a great time. And I met Al Mumford's aunt, who's a friend of Dee's. But anyway, it was just a wonderful experience, and I'd do it again. I want to thank the Roslers for coming, and appreciate that you thought that we are a club that you can fit in with and want to be part of. And let's see, everybody that's here, thank you for coming, and also thank you for supporting me in my beard liquidation project. And I just want to think about all the folks that aren't here And hopefully they'll be getting better on the mend soon.
Do we have any more well, there you go. More happy about it.
As a former editor of the Lions Table, I want to thank Roger for his first edition, which was impressive. And all the work that he does to gather all the information and keep our club aware of what's going on. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary.
So my first one is, again, amazing. When you said he was having a woodworking film, I was anticipating you talking about safety things. This was such a great program, and I love the interaction, people getting to ask questions. That was the best thing of all. I'm gonna uplift again, all of our members who aren't here, due to illness and family illnesses. I hope that they're back with us real soon, or other commitments. We've got some really busy folks in this club, and when we can be all together, it's really, really nice. And my last one is, I was almost in labor 40 years ago. My son turns 40 tomorrow, my middle son. So he, like Karen, made an appearance on the 9th. So it was a good day to be a mom, right? So thank you.
I've just got one extra thing to ask, because I'll ask Bill and Crystal first to think about it before anyone else thinks about it. I think those two would be excellent new members of the club if they'd like to think about it, because they're very much welcome.
I gotta have. And this one goes out to Brian, because ever since meeting him for selling us our house when we moved here 3 years ago, he's been trying to coerce me to join every single little thing you can. For the last 3.5 years. And we'll definitely.
Very good.
Bill, I do want to talk to you before you pack things up. Are these things for sale tonight, or do we have to go to the thing?
They are not for sale tonight.
Okay,
I'm so glad.
okay, perfect.
It was so nice to see you.
Turn them upside
Before we close, I've been trying to finish up the meetings with a little word from your president, and tonight is a combination, thankfulness and appreciation. A few years ago, our good friend Kay Smith put together an excellent program that I thought some friends of mine would really enjoy. I don't know if you remember bringing Talents Out, the honor flight, Kay? Talents Out, the honor flight.
Yeah.
My friend was a Vietnam vet. He was a Navy medic. He served in Vietnam for 2 years. Very proud to be of service, never talked about it, never thought he was very important because he was just an enlisted dad. After going through that program, it took him a year, but he applied. And he leaves on Friday on the honor flight. That's him in his jacket with his Navy hat that they sent to him. So everyone say lots of prayers that TSA does not cancel the honor flight. So he gets to go on this trip. He has a World War II vet that is going on the same flight with him. So this man is over 100 years old.
Wow.
And his son is going with them, and he didn't understand why he was asking. Why he was asking people to write the letters. And I was very privileged, thanks to going to that program, to say, that is their way of feeling connected to you as they go down and come back, that you are there with them as they make this trip, and how appreciative that we are for the service that they gave. Okay, wonderful program. My friend is over the moon because he gets to go. I'm over the moon because he finally feels that he is of value. So thank you, Kay.
I just want to say that person was Dave Haydock, and the way I came across him was at a garage sale. I used to work with him, and I heard his voice and I recognized it immediately. And just got to talking to him, and he started telling me about Talent Out and everything, and it's so cool. We were very fortunate to have him. This is just
Like a reward.
It was a reward for all of us. Does anyone have anything else tonight? If not, I will say. Meeting adjourned. I was told I did it too loud last night. Thank you, everyone.
Too loud, too soft.
Nobody's ever happy.
Nobody's
Don't
ever-
forget
it's
to
always
sign up,
been
Dave. Bell ringing,
What?
bell ringing, sign up fee,
All right.
fall conference, all that. Mary's. That's taking long. I don't even know how many times this is closed up. Every time I think I give them all a paper of the paper, maybe this paper. What
are you buying?
Here's this paper, like, well, no, no, here's
Yeah.
Well, with the forward thing, I like it.